What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily Lomachenko, who is 16 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout, 34 years of age, 5'6", with a 66-inch arm reach. He gives his thoughts on the career thus far and who he think is the best, and is undefeated 3-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA regular title at 135 and 140 and the WBA super title at 130, all simultaneously. That's superstar boxer Gervonta Davis, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5", with a 67-inch arm reach. So Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis, they have been linked to one another for quite some time. Everybody wanted to see Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko fight at one point in time, and it just never came to fruition, right? And so Lomachenko was asked about a future showdown with Gervonta Davis, what he think about Gervonta Davis in his career. And Vasily Lomachenko, he stated that he believes Gervonta Davis has done nothing. He's fought nobody, okay? He says that he's definitely fought nobody at 135, and he can't be the best fighter at 135 because he simply hasn't fought anybody at 135. He hasn't chosen to fight the best at 135. Now, this is a fight that had been brewing since Lomachenko was at 126 and Tank was at 126 and 130. This is a fight that had been brewing, okay? And it just never came to fruition. There was a point in time where Gervonta Davis, who signed to legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer turned promoter in Floyd Mayweather Promotions. He's with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. And he's with Showtime president of sports, Steven Espinosa. Vasily Lomachenko, on the other hand, he's with legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO, Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank, okay? So with that said, and at one point in time, they was on HBO. So with that said, okay, Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis had hurdles in the way, okay? And we never got to see that fight come to fruition. So Lomachenko's a southpaw, Gervonta Davis is a southpaw. This was when he was being called Lomachenko. He was the Matrix. He was the best fighter, you know, anybody has seen, you know, since sliced bread, right? Everybody, you know, there was a point in time when they were saying Lomachenko was better than, you know, Lomachenko was better than Floyd Mayweather. You know, he was better than Pernell Whitaker, okay? He was better than, you know, Muhammad Ali. He's the Matrix. He's doing stuff we never seen. So the Lomachenko hype train was at an all-time high, okay? At an all-time high. And, you know, the fight just never came to fruition. There was, again, like I said, Floyd Mayweather at one point in time looked like he was punishing Gervonta Davis by saying, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make the Lomachenko fight happen next. That's what Floyd Mayweather was saying, like a punishment towards Gervonta Davis, right? Then Floyd Mayweather, you know, he was saying stuff like, you know, well, Lomachenko, he got to push for the fight right now because he's older. He don't have much time. So, yeah, he want to squeeze the fight in. He want to push for the fight right now because he don't have much time because he's older. We could take our time, you know, we could let it marinate. You know, we have time. So people started to speculate, is Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis avoiding a Lomachenko fight because stylistically, right? And the fact that Gervonta Davis, you know, this had been brewing since Lomachenko had beat the likes of Guillermo Rigondeaux, and, you know, then he beat, you know, Luke Campbell. Around those times, everybody started talking about this fight. So obviously Tank was a little bit younger because he's 7 years younger than Vasily Lomachenko. So we never got to see, the fight materialized. So Lomachenko is saying that you look at Tank Davis's resume, as many people question Gervonta Tank Davis' resume, and they say he hasn't fought anybody. Now, he did fight, in my opinion, he did fight 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, Leo Santa Cruz. Okay, Leo Santa Cruz is a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I think Leo Santa Cruz is a great fighter. His one loss to, his one loss to, Carl Frampton, he avenged that loss immediately. He won the fight, and then he won a rubber match against Carl Frampton. And then, his fight with, his loss with Gervonta Tank Davis. That's the losses that Leo Santa Cruz has in his career, okay? And so with that said, I like the fact that he fought Leo Santa Cruz. He knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Now, people are not going to give him the credit he deserves for fighting and being Leo Santa Cruz, because they say Leo Santa Cruz was a small fighter who moved up in weight and simply was just too small for Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? So they're not going to give him his credit, although Leo Santa Cruz is 5'8.5". Leo Santa Cruz has a 70-inch arm reach, so he's taller, more rangy. Making weight is a skill, okay? So Leo Santa Cruz making weight, it's a skill, okay? But nonetheless, he has a wiry frame, okay? Leo Santa Cruz doesn't have a thick, compact frame. He has a very wiry frame. So nonetheless, he's not going to get credit for beating Leo Santa Cruz. Then he jumped up 10 pounds after beating Leo Santa Cruz at 130. He jumps up to 140 and he fights Mario Barrios for the regular title at 140, okay? And again, he ain't going to get the credit for beating Mario Barrios, jumping up 10 pounds. And I give him credit, and I'm not saying he's fighting world beaters, okay? I'm not saying he's fighting the absolute best there is to offer. But I am saying he did challenge himself somewhat, right? The fact that he jumped up from 130 to 140, to challenge, Mario Barrios, then you look at Mario Barrios and what he did. Now, Mario Barrios, he goes up from 140 after being dropped 3 times and knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis. He goes up his very next fight to welterweight. He fights the former unified welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Keith one-time Thurman. And he hurts Keith Thurman 2 or 3 times in the fight. And Keith Thurman never drops him. Keith Thurman is a bigger, stronger guy, okay? Only has one loss to legendary 8-division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pacquiao. That's the only loss Keith Thurman has in his career, okay? So he has one loss in his career, Keith Thurman, due to Manny Pacquiao, icon and a legend, in a fight that he was dropped in, but he closed the gap and made it a competitive fight. That's his only loss, right? And Keith Thurman was considered one-time Thurman at one point in time, right? He was considered a knockout artist, right? That's the only loss in Keith Thurman's career, right? And, he goes the distance with Keith Thurman, his first fight at welterweight. So that just shows you how tough of out Mario Barrios was, right? Now you look at the career of Lomachenko, right? Has he fought bigger names than Gervonta Tank Davis? Yes. Would I favor Gervonta Tank Davis over all the fighters that that Lomachenko has fought? Yes. Richard Coleman, Gervonta Tank Davis beats Richard Coleman. Nakatani, Gervonta Tank Davis beats Nakatani. Guillermo Rigondeaux. I'm talking the guys that, because they fight at the same weight, in and around the same weight classes, so we can't say Tank is too big. At the time Lomachenko fought these fighters, the Rigondeaux that Lomachenko fought, Tank knocks him out. Cold, not him quitting on the stool. Nicholas Walters, Tank beats Nicholas Walters. All of these guys that, Lomachenko fought and beat, their bigger namesake is deeper, but they're not that much better, if that makes sense, right? I think Leo Santa Cruz is on the same level. It would be a great fight. That version of Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Leo Santa Cruz would be a great fight. Leo Santa Cruz versus Luke Campbell. He beats Luke Campbell. Leo Santa Cruz versus, those fighters on Lomachenko's resume. I think he beats those guys. So I think Lomachenko's resume is not far apart from that of Gervonta Tank Davis. I think it's overstated because the overhype that Lomachenko has received. Okay, but if you look at Vasily Lomachenko's resume, it's not leaps and bounds ahead of that of Gervonta Tank Davis, contrary to the popular belief. People will believe that Lomachenko's resume is so much deeper and better than that of Gervonta Tank Davis, and it's really not. Richard Coleman, Gervonta Tank Davis beat Nakatani. He beats Teofimo Lopez at the time. I believe Gervonta Tank Davis beats him. Luke Campbell, Anthony Crolla, Jose Pedraza, he already beat. Jorge Linares, he beats him. Guillermo Rigondeaux, Miguel Mariaga, Jason Sosa, Nicholas Walters, Roman Gonzalez. All of these guys, Gervonta Tank Davis beats outside of maybe the 50-50 fight is Gervonta Tank Davis and Mr. Gary Russell Jr. That's the 50-50 fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Both southpaws, very skilled, very fast hands. Gary Russell Jr. gives Gervonta Tank Davis the problems that people would be looking for. Outside of that, their resume is not far apart. It's just more recognizable names. But as far as skill set goes, Gervonta Tank Davis knocks out, I believe, 90% of Lomachenko's resume. But the fight we want to see is Vasily Lomachenko versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney next. Lomachenko's making his ring return October 29th in 2 weeks. Can't wait. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.